Looking for more ways to find potential customers? That's what we're going to be talking about today on this Freight Broker TV video. Hey, glad you have tuned in. My name is Mike. I'm your host. This is another Freight Broker TV video. We get together with these things, talking about things that might pertain to your business as a freight broker. If you're new, trying to find out information about freight brokering, working as a freight broker agent, trucking, transportation, whatever, we try to answer your questions here or provide some insight. Today, we're going to be talking about prospecting, actually advanced prospecting. We're not talking about just going to a directory, looking something up on the internet, which advanced prospecting, some of that is doing that. But we're going to focus on tools we have available to us that we might be overlooking, things we're not thinking about. So, if this first step for advanced prospecting, you're going to have to be a broker or broker agent. You will have needed to have been in the business, have a customer move some loads in the past. Maybe you've already thought of this, maybe you haven't. You'd be surprised. We have clients that come to us, they're freight brokerage companies, and they want us to train their staff, their brokers. And more times than not, their staff, they are experienced, and they start out begrudgingly, like, we don't need no stinking training. And we're not in it 10, 15 minutes before they're popping off, oh man, forgot all about that. I used to do that when I first started brokering. Or, wow, I never even thought about doing it that way. So, it kind of opens the eyes. So maybe this will help you. But if you're a new broker, just starting out, when you get to this point, remember. Okay, so you got a customer. They have a widget that goes in somebody else's product. Well, wherever your customer is shipping that product to, their product to, the receiver of that product is a potential customer. So go back through, look them up, see where the loads have gone. If you are working with a lumber broker, a steel broker, any type of commodities broker like that, and you're pretty much going to know you're working with a commodities broker because they are going to always have blind shipments. Now, what is a commodities broker? Generally speaking, it's somebody sitting at home, they've started their own company, and what they're doing, they're buying bulk from the lumber mill over here and selling it to their customers. And I'm using lumber mill as an example. So they may be buying bulk lumber, getting a discount, and they're making their money by selling it to their customers. It might be lumber yards or, contractors, whoever might be needing that product, that wood, that lumber. And they're making money off of it. They are considered a lumber broker. Same thing with steel. I even had a client at one time, they were brokering soda pop. They would buy huge amounts of soda pop from all the manufacturers, the Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper and such, Pepsi, whatever, and they would resell it to the little mom and pops. Because you think about it, where that's coming in handy for those individuals, and why they even get into that business, is they can buy it by bulk, because the little mom and pop in, small town USA, they can't buy enough of it to get the major discount. Well, that's where the commodity broker comes in. They can buy it in big bulk and sell it and still make money and allow the little guy to reap some benefits from it. So it's out there everywhere. Another way you can tell you're dealing with a commodities broker is whenever they send a list of their available loads, the origins for the loads are all at different locations. It's rare that, they may have at the same location, but more times than not, the loads are going to be listed. The origins for those loads are going to be in different locations, different cities and states. That's another good sign. It's a commodities broker. Now, let's use an example of a lumber commodities broker, a lumber broker. All right, why are all these loads picking up in different places? Well, simply put, those are all lumber mills, and that's where they have purchased bulk lumber from that mill. All you have to do is do a search on Google for that city and state, just put in lumber mill, that city and state, and you're going to find it. You will find it. That's another way you can prospect. Now, this last one I'm going to tell you about, at least in this video, it's going to sound nuts, but you've got to be prospecting. You've got to be open to prospecting 24/7. I was watching TV one weekend, or I can't say a weekend, but this has been very many years ago. But anyway, I was watching TV, and a commercial came on. And the commercial was one of these huge electronics truckload sales happening at blah, 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 Well, the truckload got my attention. They going on 3 gigantic truckloads of the electronics equipment at wholesale price, one of those. And it got my attention. Okay, truckload, 3 truckloads. Okay, it's trucks. It's got to get there somehow. They need transportation. So I paid attention. At the end of the commercial, I was able to find the tag, the electronic sales of the year or whatever it was. I wrote it down, and the next day when I went to my office, I looked them up and I found them. They were based up in Ohio. Made a phone call. They became a huge customer, and they were not scared to pay a lot of money. The thing was, they had 3 trucks going out on Tuesday that had to deliver on Thursday. And Sunday night, they had to have 3 trucks picking up what was left and bringing it back. And they always had to schedule 3 trucks because, well, they never knew. And so they split whatever was left between the 3 trucks. They were willing to pay more because there was no room for error. They knew they had to pay the money to attract a truck, and they weren't scared to do it. So every week I had 6 guaranteed loads, and generally speaking, I was making anywhere from $400 to $600 net per load. Keep that in mind. A prospect can jump out to you from anywhere. I mean, absolutely anywhere. You've got to be able to see it. Again, we're getting back to details. Pay attention to the details. The details can make you money. All right, hope that helped you out. Have a good day, unless, of course, you've made other plans. We will talk soon. See ya.